Alright, that should work. Yes, that's true. You don't have much control on that. But yeah, I am gonna be working on this joint system first, and then figuring out all the rest. But this is kind of the model that I was working on. It's a little bug type creature. It's supposed to be cute. Yeah, he also is that. It just depends where your margin for cute and deadly lies. He's a really good fighter actually. I can give you a link to his bio page. Yeah, because he's actually from the Transformers comic. Let's see. Wait, I can actually just here. Oh yes. Certainly, yes. For the viewers on my I don't know. I guess right now we're co-working partners. If that's the proper term. So I'm Aerisnoir, and I am a 3D modeler and game developer. And right now I'm working on this 3D model. So yeah, my stream is going to be about this today. Cool. I am seeing a pretty awesome. It kind of looks. It reminds me of an ogre-ish person. Is that what it is? Ah, right. Well, I love that. Oh, that's awesome. I really appreciate name puns and stuff. Well, it's good, right? I mean, humor is good. Nice. How many pages do you have already? So how far are you in the actual process of the? Mm-hmm. Is it gonna be really, you know, cutthroat? Or is it gonna be mild stuff? It's yeah, indeed. Not that I mind or anything like that. What captcha test? All right. Yes. Hmm. What time is it actually? Nice, nice. I use a chatbot for Twitch, which is the Streamlabs chatbot. Hmm. What, the authorization? I am not sure. Yeah, wait, you need to Streamlabs for Twitch, you need to have another account, right? The bot account. Alright. Ah, Christ. Jesus. I have a setting set up in my extrusion function that automatically makes 15 divisions of an extrusion. So I sometimes forget to actually set that back to 1, and then I end up with a lot of polygons just hanging around on top of each other. Yes. And yeah, it is. Basically, what you end up with is this, like all the extra things, all the extra lines. But if I forget to actually set this back to 1 and I don't notice it, then I might just end up with all those lines on top of each other, which is very costly. But hey, that's a challenge. the next step is at some point I need to actually, because I'll show you, I've been setting up the joint system. So this would be a joint which allows the arm to bend. Yeah, but it's a little bit more to keep in mind that I also would like to have it printed, which requires also a little bit of technical consideration. Which I've never done before, so that's the ultimate challenge here. What are your next steps for the page? Do you have, you know, just this one, or what is your all right. Oh, those are good. Those are really, really good. Mm. Yes. I think that's easy, right? Because I bet it's not like we have a full day to spend each day on prompts. So eventually gonna need to make choices, I think. That's a good thing. Hmm. All right. Yes. 600 dpi is a lot. What is the current size of the document? Hmm. All right. Oh yes. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, because you want the lines to be as smooth as possible. Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't have much experience at all in that kind of printing stuff. Most of my stuff that I do is all digital. But I really, you know, I learned a little bit about it at some point and quickly realized that it's definitely an art. Mm-hmm. If if you want me to just give you a little bit of time, that's more than fine. Hmm. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hmm. Yes. I did the comic coloring thing as a hobby project outside of school. Um, you know, because I'm a fan of Transformers, obviously. So eventually, I'm not really sure how anymore, but I got in contact with some people who are doing their own comic project. the Transformers Mosaic project, and they needed, or they were searching for people who could help with either making the lines or the lettering or the coloring and stuff. So I kind of participated with that, so I could get better at you know, just building up portfolio as well, or getting some experience with coloring and that kind of stuff. So that's how that. But then eventually I got busy with school and stuff, and then I could no longer continue that work, which was kind of a shame. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's time flies at some point. Hmm. There's a lot of documentation for Streamlabs. Kind of sounds familiar. I think I also spent a good chunk of my day just trying to get that thing to be sensible. I think it is handy once you set it up. I'm really happy with mine, especially, you know, if I'm busy or something, then I just set it up to make sure that it greets people when they follow and such. Oh, yeah, that stuff. Yeah, the timetable. I use something for that. I don't know. I use a I don't know, what do I use? It's not Streamlabs. I tried Streamlabs, but for me it didn't work. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, like that. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. Oh, that's... no, actually I haven't heard of that one yet. But that does sound interesting. I think that also takes a lot of consideration, just how can you... it's fun to think about those kind of things. How can I do something that is fun to engage with? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that could work as a nice incentive, but yeah, indeed, maybe for you know, regular viewers that are indeed, you know, just the example that you just mentioned, that are actually watching your stream to watch you make stuff, but are not creators themselves. Yes. Yes. So, yeah. Yeah, at some point it's gonna take a lot of time, right? So. Hmm. Oh, I try to stream regularly, but it depends a little bit on the situation. Yes, definitely. But just to be clear, I don't get paid to do this, right? So, huh? Ah, right. It's Aerisnoir. But I'm realizing that might be a little bit difficult. I take full responsibility for that. I think you can definitely still do that. I mean, if you say someone's name first, then everyone knows, you know. I'm not entirely sure if that would be rude. I think I don't know, because I'm also, you know, just experimenting with this and thinking about, okay, what is the best way to handle this and stuff. I think that's really cool. Maybe you are a robot. You don't realize it yet, no. I am working on a project right now. Well, not right now. Right now, this is not for the project, but yeah, at some point later, I am working on a demo at the moment. I kind of hope to be able to have it done for next week or something. So at that point, I'll be able to just say, well, hey, I'm working on this cool thing, and then I also want to work on it while I stream. But obviously, since I don't have a demo yet, I can't do that right now. Yes, it is a lot of work. I don't think that's really, a problem right now. I mean, you can't really be held accountable for something you're doing right now in the future, right? I mean, if you're showing off work right now, then that is, you don't have a contract with anyone saying you can't. It's good promotion, I think. Yes. And this is good for your experience and stuff like that. So that's only good. Yeah, I think so. Mm-hmm. I think it also keeps you, at least for me, it helps me keep focused. So streaming is something I do to to focus solely on the thing that I'm doing right now, and it helps a lot with that. Yes. Yes, definitely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you remain aware of what you're doing. Yeah, I feel it's the same for me as well. Do you have a hotkey active? Hmm. It's quite weird that it does that. Huh. I am working on the at some point it's the joint that allows the robot to move its arms like this. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of delay, but I just moved the arm. So yeah, I'll try to explain before it actually shows up. I have the upper arm and the lower arm, and the lower arm should be able to turn away from the upper arm, right? So the upper arm is pointing down, but you also want the lower arm to be able to go from left to right. That is what this joint is going to be able to do. Yes, definitely. I am figuring out how to make this. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think it's great. Well, not great, but I think it's really interesting when bugs happen in game, because it allows you to have a look at. It's like how a magician kind of does their magic tricks, right? That's the feeling you get. Is it too loud? Okay. Alright, cool. Just just to check if yeah, if it's not too loud or anything. Cool. Are they all comic artists or? That is true. Hmm. Yeah, it depends, I guess. If you can afford to stream, because I guess some people also, I don't know, have a boss to work for, so they might not appreciate if you stream while you're working. Hmm. Right, I actually am pretty happy with how this is shaping up. Yeah, this is the inside, because I'm hiding away the joint, so when you look around from the outside, you don't see the joint. I think that's prettier. Huh, interesting. Definitely. So just for interest, you can currently see the issue that I was talking about with the divisions that I forget to put back to 1. Because you get this. You get all these points. It depends. I'm zooming out a bit now. So I color coded some part of the body, right? And then some other parts that are not color coded are actually parents and children of one another. So the entire arm, say the left arm, is a hierarchy. So I can walk down the hierarchy. You can see that all the parents become unselected, but the children remain selected. So if I select only the gauntlet, then the entire gauntlet moves, but the rest doesn't. And that's how I keep track of things. And I use movement a lot to find my way around. So if I were to dive deep into the joint system, for instance, that I just made, if I zoom in up close like this, it can be pretty confusing, right? I'll keep it like this for just a second while the stream catches up. So I move the screen just a little bit to the left and the right so I can see where all the points are in 3D space. That's how I keep the orientation for myself. But if you are watching, it might be confusing if you don't actually get that feeling. Yeah, that's I'm not entirely sure if that's entirely the same thing, because programming does work a little bit differently. Wait, are you talking about the thing that I'm working on right now, or actual programming language? Oh, that. Yeah, that is just, you know, bits and bytes, but that's stored within. You don't even get to see that actually, I think. I mean, you could open an exported file, I guess, in Notepad, but it'd just be gibberish. So I don't think that as a user you can actually read 3D information, but the software definitely works with. It basically only remembers, I think, a few things, right? So it remembers like maybe this isn't the best example. Well, yes. So this dot is a vertex, and it has a certain location. And for each dot that a model has, it stores the location. And between those dots, it fills in the empty space. So that's where you get the polygon. And then it remembers the color that it has, or if it has a texture, what that looks like. But on the bottom line, it's just, you know, a point in space. Yeah, it's no, that's okay. I mean, I don't mind explaining. I'm just it's how do you explain it in a way that is easy to understand? That can be tricky. I mean, it's very easy to just say, oh well, you just, you know, divide by x, and then you put it to an orange and stuff, and oh yeah, so to say. If I use high technical babble, then you might not understand. Yeah. Yes. That is a good point. Okay, I'm happy to hear that the explanation was good enough. Yes, yes, definitely. Uh, it's just me. I mean, the computer doesn't care at all. I think the only thing that the computer cares about is that I don't end up making 10 million points. And even that is relative. I mean, if you have a mega computer, then you know, it doesn't matter. Is the next stage going to be the coloring stage? Nice. How are you putting down those lines anyway? Are you using a tablet or something? Alright. Hmm. I think it can take a lot of time to feel comfortable with using a tablet. No, I'm not implying that, right? I mean, just in general. With that your tablet doesn't take the entire area of the screen. Right. Oh, that makes sense, yes. I think I know what you mean. I think it's amazing that, you know, the amount of lines that are in there. And then you have the really, really small lines on the chin. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then I need to wait a bit, I think, for the chat delay. The stream delay. Ah, right, yes. Oh, wow, yeah, those are a lot of lines. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I know. I think it's interesting to look at the combination of the color and the lines. But I think I understand what you mean when it's it's really time consuming. Hmm. Yeah, that's too much. Well, at some point, experience with the technique is gonna play a factor. But I am curious how fast you could get with that. Hmm. Yeah, you might be able to, or if you're already doing that, but you might just be able to do that for the real, the big pieces of the comic, like cover images. That I think that might be something good. I mean, that's the big showpieces, right? So I'm starting to feel bad. I hope I'm not scaring away your viewers, or making them feel like they should just. That's really, really nice. Great. I must say I really, really like this setup at the moment. Just being able to, you know, to talk with other creatives and just while you're working on what you're working on. It's really nice. That is my chatbot, yes. Oh, great, awesome, thank you. Oh, of course, it probably beeped, didn't it? Mm-hmm. No, I don't. I use Krita, so I don't think it quite it works like that. Now I'm curious. Mm-hmm. Well, Krita does, or yeah, I have noticed that a little bit at some point. And yeah, I do recognize that. Yeah, I think yeah, if you keep getting those stalls, that at some point you just don't want to draw anymore. Oh yes, definitely. Yes, yeah, you start going wild with stuff, and oh, we want this in, and oh, we want this feature, and oh, it's gotta look like this and stuff. Oh, but we don't have enough time, so it becomes a mess, and then later on, yeah, you start optimizing. I don't know, I'm having a quick look on the. Yeah, no problem. It's not a lot there, but wait, did you? I did not purposely ignore your request for an Instagram link. Thank you. I this is the more recent stuff that I've been making, so that's why I'm linking it instead of older stuff. Yeah, sure, no problem. I am not finding. Oh wait, maybe here. I don't know. I don't know if I can get a snapshot view of it. I'll look it up. Oh yeah, no problem, no problem. I was muttering to myself a little bit that I couldn't immediately find out how to make an inset window in Krita, so I'll probably figure it out sometime later. Mm-hmm. Your microphone might be off again for Twitch. At some point you're gonna get it. I mean, for me it's easy. I can just say, well, this guy is drawing. Yeah, at some point you did. On the off side. Ah, right. I think it's a you know a really good name because um, it's easy to remember. Yeah, I think this is a good name. Yeah, that's a that's a bad thing. That's a bad feeling. It's a bad place. I think they look quite nice. Gee, I can't draw hands to save my life. Well, yeah, it makes sense at some point if you don't practice drawing stuff, then I could probably make it at some point, but it's gonna take me a lot of looking at my own hands and references and stuff like that. If you could say, well, draw hands like this instance without looking at reference or something, I have a problem. I have a big problem. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and that gives you some freedom to exaggerate, right? All right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, it looks like she's to me it looks like she's scrolling on her phone. So um yeah, well, it's definitely clear, and I mean, to me it reads like she's intently looking at her phone. Yeah, I think that what you're trying to convey is very clear. She has a little bit of this. I'm not really sure about the English word, but this semi-interested, but it doesn't quite cut it. So which kind of, you know, if you say swipe to the left, I think that that is the right attitude that she's conveying. I think she's like, she reads something and yeah, no, not quite. Yeah, that. No, that is clearly communicated. Yeah. So it definitely works. Mm-hmm. I think that works really well. I think that maybe the hand gesture is then I don't know, to me it doesn't read like she's swiping to the left. But that could just be me. The expression is definitely right. Yes. Yes. Yes, very much that. I think you got a good point there. The thing you're more interested in is something that actually tells a story or is in the middle of something, right? Mm. Which one? The oh, Hawkeye. Yeah, I think I'm looking it up, but I'm not really sure. I see a lot of images, but I'm not really sure which one you mean or which one I should see to know what you mean. Yeah, I understand that, which is the most important thing. It probably depends on the situation. Yes. I am definitely a fan of those kind of jokes. I am noticing I'm actually a little bit getting tired on this model for today. I mean, I did, in theory, did quite a lot on it. Yes, which is kind of my limit for today, since it's a weekday. Yes, I am definitely in favor of that. No, we're gonna have to. Yeah, that is true. I mean, I don't mind that much, but yeah, I don't. I'm pretty chilling out here. I don't really have a deadline for this thing, right? I mean, I do want to finish it soon-ish, but it's not something I want to have finished like tomorrow or something. Are you gonna upload it or something, or when you have it finished? All right. Mhm. That sounds like a really good idea. That is always a good thing. Shall I say it? Shall I say it one more time? Aerisnoir. Yes, that's it. Yes. No, I'll be signing off as well. Yes, because yes. Possibly, yes. How can we do that? But, I have no clue how that works.